Hello and welcome to Mastering Prepositions. Prepositions are words that establish relationships between nouns, pronouns, or other words in a sentence. They help us indicate direction, time, location, manner, and more. Prepositions act as connectors, providing essential information to create clear and meaningful sentences. Before we start, do not forget to subscribe. First, time prepositions. At 4 specific points in time. Samples. The meeting is scheduled to start at 9 a.m. I'll meet you at 2 o'clock. The concert begins at sunset. At 4 general times of the day. Samples. I like to exercise at night. He usually has breakfast at around 7 a.m. They went for a walk at dawn. At 4 certain events or occasions. Samples. We'll celebrate her birthday party at the park. I'll be at the wedding ceremony. They met at the conference. At 4 general times of the day. Samples. I like to exercise at night. He usually has breakfast at around 7 a.m. They went for a walk at dawn. In 4 larger periods. Samples. She will go on vacation in July. I'll see you in a few weeks. He started working at the company in 2010. In 4 seasons and parts of the day. Samples. They love skiing in winter. We enjoy picnics in the afternoon. The flowers bloom in spring. In 4 future time references. Samples. She will graduate in 2 years. We have a meeting in an hour. They plan to move to a new house in the near future. In 4 time required. Samples. She finished the project in 3 days. He read the book in an hour. They completed the marathon in under 4 hours. On 1 inch on 4 specific days and dates. Samples. I have a meeting on Monday. The deadline is on September 30th. We'll celebrate Thanksgiving on Thursday. On 4 holidays and special occasions. Samples. We exchange gifts on Christmas Day. They have a party on New Year's Eve. The concert is on Valentine's Day. On 4 parts of the week. Samples. I usually go grocery shopping on weekends. We have a soccer game on Saturdays. She likes to relax on Sundays. On 4 time and specific day and date. Samples. The event starts at 7 p.m. on Friday. I have an appointment at 2:30 p.m. on May 10th. The conference begins at 9 a.m. on June 15th. Second, location prepositions. At 4 specific addresses or locations. Samples. I'll meet you at the park. They live at 123 Main Street. The party is at the community center. At 4 specific points or spots. Samples. Wait for me at the bus stop. He is standing at the entrance. She sat down at the front row. At 4 certain events or gatherings. Samples. I'll see you at the concert. They met at the wedding reception. We'll celebrate at the graduation party. At 4 places of work or study. Samples. She works at the hospital. He studies at the university. They have a meeting at the office. In 4 larger areas or spaces. Samples. They live in the city. The book is in the library. The cat is hiding in the box. In 4 enclosed spaces. Samples. The toy is in the drawer. He found his keys in his backpack. She keeps her clothes in a closet. In 4 general geographic areas. Samples. They live in Europe. He grew up in a small town. We went hiking in the mountains. In 4 volumes or containers. Samples. There is milk in the bottle. She found money in her wallet. I keep my pens in a drawer. On 4 surface contact. Samples. The book is on the table. He placed his coffee cup on the coaster. She left a note on the whiteboard. On 4 boundaries or surfaces. Samples. The picture is hanging on the wall. The cat is sitting on the mat. They drew a map on the paper. On 4 transportation. Samples. He travels on the train. She rides on her bicycle. They went on a road trip in their car. On 4 dates or days. Samples. The concert is on Friday. I have a dentist appointment on July 15th. They celebrate their anniversary on May 3rd. Third, direction prepositions. 2. To for movement or destination. She walked to the park. We're going to the beach. He ran to catch the bus. To for giving or sending. She gave a gift to her friend. He sent an email to his teacher. They donated money to charity. From for origin or starting point. She comes from France. They drove from the airport. He ran from his house to the park. From for source or provider. Samples. I received a gift from my friend. They ordered pizza from the restaurant. She borrowed a book from the library. From and to. For time expressions. Samples. She works from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The event runs from July to September. She walked from her house to the nearby park. Into for movement towards the inside of something. Samples. She jumped into the pool. He put his hand into the box. They went into the cave to explore. Into for a change of state or condition. Samples. The caterpillar transformed into a butterfly. She turned the paper into a beautiful origami sculpture. They converted the old warehouse into a modern art gallery. Into for expressing deep involvement or immersion. Samples. He delved into his studies, focusing on every detail. She was lost in her thoughts, deep into her imagination. They were absorbed into the captivating storyline of the book. Out of for movement from the inside to the outside. She stepped out of the house and into the garden. He pulled the toy out of the box. They climbed out of the cave and into the sunlight. Out of for expressing removal or extraction. Samples. He took his wallet out of his pocket. She pulled the book out of the shelf. They took the ingredients out of the refrigerator. Towards for movement in a specific direction. Samples. She walked towards the park. He ran towards the finish line. They headed towards the mountains. Towards for expressing an intention or goal. Samples. She is working towards her dream of becoming a doctor. He is saving money towards buying a new car. They are studying hard towards achieving good grades. Fourth, relationship prepositions. Of for possession or ownership. The book is the property of the library. The color of her eyes is brown. The key to the door is in the possession of the owner. Of for composition or material. Samples. The table is made of wood. The necklace is crafted of silver. The house is built of bricks. With for company or accompaniment. Samples. She went to the park with her friends. He enjoys going to movies with his family. They traveled to the beach with their dog. With for connection or association. Samples. She has a strong bond with her sister. He has a close relationship with his colleagues. They share a common interest with their classmates. Between. Between for relationship or connection. There is a strong bond between siblings. The agreement was made between two parties. The relationship between teacher and student is crucial. Between for comparison or choice. Samples. She couldn't decide between two options. He found it hard to choose between the two movies. They debated between going to the beach or staying home. Between for time or duration. Samples. The meeting will take place between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. They planned a vacation between July and August. The store is open between Monday and Friday. Among. Among for a group or collective. Samples. She was well respected among her colleagues. He felt like he belonged among his friends. They shared the prize among themselves. Amongst. Amongst for emphasizing inclusion or interactions within a group. Samples. She was well regarded amongst her peers. He found his place amongst a talented team of artists. They had meaningful conversations amongst themselves. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.